Okay, now I'm putting on the clear glaze. It's basically Johnson's paste wax, and it's kind of melted being out in the heat, so I just dab a little bit on my brush, and then I just go around and just smear it all over the piece. And you can see it has some color in it. I think that may be partly in my brush, some residue, so don't worry about that. Yours will probably turn out really, really clear, but I think I have some old glaze on this brush, so it's turning out a little distressed anyway, which I'm planning to do anyway. So, and then once you get a section done, just take a rag and wipe it off. I just kind of wipe off the excess. You can see it already looks like it's aged. Usually when I do things, it turns out a little different than I expect, and I like it. Just go with it. That's working out just fine. So then I just continue. Don't worry about being messy because you're just going to wipe it off. I'm actually kind of glad it's turning out a little dark ahead of time. And I'm using this, just a handheld paintbrush. I really like this. I have a really nice brush for the darker wax, but I find that these, sometimes the cheap tools work just as well. So don't think you have to go out and buy all the expensive stuff. Some things you get what you pay for, but sometimes, especially when doing stuff like this, get something that you like to work with. And I use that type of paintbrush when I'm painting anyway, and so I'm used to it. You see, it's going pretty fast. Just about done. And then once this is finished, you let it sit for another 30 minutes, and then you come back and you buff it with a clean rag. You can use an old t-shirt. You can use a towel. I usually just use my husband's old t-shirts. And see, there's really no rhyme or reason. You just get it on there. And I'm not putting on heavy coats. As you can see, there's just a little bit on here, and then I just rub it on. All kind of random fashion like that. And then just come back and wipe off all the excess. And the one good thing about wearing gloves, you don't have to worry about your hands, even though it gets hot and sweaty. It's a lot better to do that. And one thing that I've noticed, sometimes there's hairs on your cloth if you use an older cloth, but don't worry about it because it's going to dry, and then you're going to come back and buff it, and so it'll get cleaned up. Okay, I'm finished with this step.